So we've just driven a few miles down the road from Staithes and we've come to a small place called Port Mulgrave. And Port Mulgrave used to be an ironstone exporting port here on the coast of North Yorkshire. The port has long since gone, but we thought we'd have a little look to see what we could find down there. And apparently it's quite an interesting little beach, some wooden shacks down there, and possibly might be able to find some fossils on the beach as well. So that's what we're having a look for. So you can see the wooden huts and shacks down there, and they're actually building a proper path down to the beach, whereas the original one was utilising this rope down that rather worn path. But this is a lot easier and safer. Okay, so I said they're building the path, but actually the path has run out, so we're going to have to sort of utilise the rope. Oh. Whoa. Yep, almost slipped. Okay, I'm going to go backwards. I think it's a bit easier. Yeah, the rope certainly helps a little bit. Okay. And that is why they're building a proper path. Whoa, sorry, that's really slippy. You okay? The rock. Okay, there we go. It always makes it more interesting when you have to work a little bit to get to your destination. So we've got all these interesting wooden shacks along the beach. So we're going to have a look at those. Yeah, it's a really fascinating little place. Very unusual. So you can again see the cliffs are quite badly eroded over there. But look at this place. What an amazing little find. Some really interesting huts, sheds along here. Hello. You see hello? Hello. Good dog. What a fascinating place. Do you know, I have a sneaking suspicion people might actually live in some of these. There's a building over there with music coming out of it. Okay, I have to admit, this is a slightly weird place. It really is. Someone sat in their little beach house behind me, and it looks like that might be a permanent home. And you got sort of the remains of what I assume was something to do with the old port that used to be here. An old jetty there. So we're on the beach and Tomek's just picking stuff off the ground. Look, I don't know if that's clear on the camera, but that's an ammonite and it's just lying there on the beach. Hundreds of millions of years old?
Yeah, probably.
There's another one. There's another one there.
Yeah. Like the imprint of one, look.
They're all over the beach. So we're going to go fossil hunting. See what else we can find here in this very unusual little spot. So this port was in use for 40 years until 1920, and then because of cheaper sources of iron ore and so forth, the port fell into disuse. And this harbour wall that I'm just walking to now was apparently blown up by the army. Whoops, sorry, just tripping there. It's blown up by the army to prevent Germans using it as a landing base during the Second World War. So there used to be a pier behind me, but that was destroyed, so it couldn't be utilised by the Germans in the Second World War. So just going to have a little wander down what's left of the pier. As you can see, not very much. I find places like this really fascinating. And I would have never known about this place were it not for this fact that we stopped in Staithes and had a look in the museum, and it mentioned about this place, and I thought, oh, that sounds interesting, let's come down here and explore. This is a strange thing, you see. This shed is all smashed up, broken windows, a dumping ground, but next to it it's been done up. People have been investing time in converting it into a habitable dwelling. Again, you sort of see, look, discarded crock there, possibly washed up. Such an odd place. This whole coastline is apparently really good for searching for fossils if you know where to look. Although, having said that, actually, just have to look down. In fact, I just found one. Again, see the shape of an ammonite there. And this, I think, presumably would have been mud originally. So I've just clambered up the hill about 30 feet above the beach, and this is the exit of a tunnel that used to carry an incline railway a mile through the hill to the top of the cliffs to Grinkle iron ore mine. So the iron ore mine is about 3.5 miles away from this location. The iron ore was transported by a narrow gauge railway to the top of the cliffs and then down this incline, which, as I say, was a mile long, and then from here taken out to the pier to be carried off to Jarrow or wherever it was needed. Anyway, as you can see, the old tunnel has been sealed shut. Don't know. Oh gosh, that looks spooky. I can't see anything in there. So I've actually found that I could come into here. I'm not going far because, to be honest, I don't know how safe it is. In fact, it looks like it ends there, but yeah, this, as I say, was an incline to carry the train or the carriages down. I think that's as much as I dare go into this cave or into this tunnel. Not sure how safe it is, so I'm gonna make my way out. I don't think this tractor's been used in a very long time. It's quite a steep climb up from the beach. And the rope to help people, I think, particularly necessary when it's wet, because this ground will be so slippy. Oh, sorry, I'm out of breath. Let's see if I can do this. There we go. The rope is not, the rope is not entirely necessary, but it does help.